Shaving a haircut, shaving a haircut, shaving a haircut. Hello and welcome to the PC Machine Tech Help Show. I'm your host, Craig Chamberlain. Today we're going to talk about some more news, some interesting things going on in the world today. Going on in the world today. Yes, I cannot speak proper English. I did get a shave and a haircut though, so at least you'll be visually entertained or disgusted. Not sure which one. So, Apple decided to loosen up to the developers. They're being a little nicer in their whole review process for people who are deciding to design software for their operating system. Gee, I wonder what inspired this. Now, I love Apple. I really do. And a lot of people don't think I do based upon what I say about these things. The iPhone is amazing. It is. It's amazing. The iPad is amazing. Have you ever gotten your hands on either one of them? They're incredible products. But they need to loosen up, and finally they're starting to loosen up on developers. They're saying maybe we won't be as rigorous in our review process as we have been in the past. I'm totally cool with this idea. Thank you, Apple. It's the only way to get yourselves competitive in the market. I still think the only way to actually get yourselves completely competitive in the market is to release the iOS for other phones and other systems. I know it's never going to happen, but, I live in a dreamer's world where, it's an open market and people can compete and make better products and different phones with the same systems on them. That's just the world I live in. It could be completely insane, or I could be right. I don't know. Only time will tell. Now, the Game Center for the iPhone has been reviewed. Almost knocked my computer over. That's very safe. Apparently, there was an early hands-on in this article. Again, the articles are going to be in the description below. Basically, the Game Center is an organizational system that was released. It's an app for the phone that basically organizes your apps. It's pretty much about time. I mean, there's not a whole lot of extra features it adds to it other than having, your friends listed and other people who are using the actual gaming system, the games in your phone. Sorry about that. It's the only way to organize all your games into an iApp store. That's all it is. Just an application. Apparently, it just doesn't really have anything other than that. It looks like a pseudo Xbox from what they're saying. So that's semi-news, I suppose, but the iPhone app is out there. It was released with Android 4.1. It came with it for organizing your games. Apparently, the video game industry is struggling. Retail sales for August, lowest since 2006. I wish I could be surprised with our economy being what it is, but 1.8 billion. Oh no. Dropped 10%, down to 1.6 million this year. That's pretty embarrassing. Now, is that a reflection on the low quality of the games that are coming out, maybe? Because, honestly, there's not really that many hot titles going on right now. And there wasn't a lot of hot titles coming out at the beginning of the year. Other than, of course, Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age. Those were amazing, don't get me wrong. Assassin's Creed 2 was pretty good, too, other than the ending. But maybe that's a reflection of the industry itself, not necessarily a reflection of the economy. Microsoft plans a double-sized patch Tuesday of next week, so everyone hold on to their butts, because every time Microsoft releases a new patch, all of us IT guys get to have a little miniature panic attack. But apparently they like to combine all their patches into one big patch. That way, if something goes wrong, you don't know what patch caused the problem, and you have to uninstall the entire patch, and then you have to hand install it again, and hopefully you can resolve the issue, but you never really know. Microsoft, you always amaze me in repeating the same mistakes multiple times. Why don't you just combine them all into Service Pack 4? Why not? Just combine every single possible update you can into one giant, massive patch. That way when we install it, it screws up completely erroneous things, and we just end up dealing with the same problems over and over again. So Best Buy apparently is going to be selling the Amazon Kindle. That's it. There's no other real news with that. The T-Moble G2 Android, this is kind of cool. The T-Moble decided to release the first phone to use the HPSA service. HSPA is basically a high bandwidth data service that hasn't been integrated into any phone before. So Android is again pushing the technology of the market, because Android has the ability to be installed on multiple types of phones. So the Android is now going to be implemented into this new T-Moble G2 phone. The T-Moble G2 phone is going to be a faster data network than any of the other phones that are out there in the market. So it's going to officially surpass the iPhone yet again in data bandwidth usage, And you're going to see more of this happening over the next couple of years, like I've said, because Apple hasn't released their clenches on their operating system enough. Apparently, the Sony PlayStation turned 15 today. That's PlayStation 1. So happy birthday, PlayStation 1. We miss you. We miss the quality of your games. The PlayStation 2 was awesome. The PlayStation 3 is growing a little better with time. But they're struggling, I think, in comparison. Because if you look at the history of PlayStation, the massive amounts of awesome titles that came out, you could say the same thing about Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Because Super Nintendo, the amount of massive, awesome titles that came out, maybe it was just a different era. I don't know. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. But I do love the Xbox. I think the PlayStation 3 has amazing games. Uncharted. Gotta play that game. But it's just like, it seems like we're in a different time with gaming now. It seems mostly marketing and everything. And lastly in the news, we have a Here You Have virus that's spreading like rampage. If you see anything in your email that says Here You Have, do not open it. You got to be very careful not to get this virus. This virus is apparently massively slowing down businesses by constantly sending them an email that says Here you have, 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 here you have. But that's all there is to the news today. Not a whole bunch going on. But make sure you join the forum. I'm doing constant updates these days. If you have any questions, you have to ask them at the forum now. I'm not going to be responding to questions in the comments below because I end up re-answering the same questions 14 to 15 times. So instead I'm going to actually answer them in the forum. That way they are completely answered and I can refer people to the forum rather than answering the same question multiple times. I hope that makes sense to you. Of course, subscribe, clicking the white subscribe button above. It always supports me. It always makes my experience on YouTube a little better. It makes my ego a little better. And thanks for stopping by. I hope you had a good time.